Hello, good morning, friends. I hope I am audible and welcome to this webinar. And really appreciate you are taking quality time on a Sunday for having a mutual learning. And just some of the key things we will discuss. We will like to be useful for everybody. The progress will be taken. This seminar will be for 2 hours. We are at 9 a.m. We'll take it up to 11 a.m. And then after that session, there will be Q&A. We'll be happy to answer whatever I can easily help you out. But let's make it very interesting, very interactive. So before I go further, I am just giving you an idea about what is the macro scenario as of now, जो सब MSMEs को एक अच्छी अपॉर्चुनिटी के रूप में दिख रहा है. Latest the government has announced कि पूरी इकोनॉमी हमारी ऑलमोस्ट 7% के रेट से ग्रो कर रही है. अगर हम इस इकोनॉमी की ग्रोथ देखें, इसमें सभी का बहुत अच्छा कंट्रीब्यूशन है. Where MSME being a very major chunk of this growth story, they always aim to grow faster than the economy. और नया चेंज जो दिख रहा है मार्केट में, all the corporates, they are more and more trying to do a business which is totally a compliant business. So many of the obligations, so many of the rules, regulations which are there affecting them, they are making every effort to do a compliant business. Result is really apparent that the business is getting into ease, and the balance sheet and the transactions, they are getting shown in their financials, and the corporate strength is also visible. एक नया सिनेरियो या जिससे आप हमेशा से जुड़े हुए हैं, where we are finding the competition because of the fast pace of digitization, it is increasing very fast, and this margin piece, which is a bread and butter for any business, it is shrinking. ऐसे केस में जो सबसे सिंपल सॉल्यूशन सबके पास आता है, that is that you have to increase the volume, you have to increase the market share, you have to increase the market brand, so that you can easily counter the competition, and a gross margin because of the volume, they absolutely are increasing year on year. इस पूरी जर्नी में banks, they play a very big role. They are also trying to keep up with the market changes. They are trying very hard to keep the market share of their own business, coming out with very innovative products. We will be covering those products in our journey. They are coming out with ease of business, at least making all the life simpler with the digital solutions. We will again come up to this. These 2 hours, my dear friends, let's exchange our views. You are having rich experience of the ground. We all can learn from you. Whatever I am having as an experience in my industry, it will be downloaded. So request that these 2 hours, we can mutually have an exchange of views over the solutions, which is helpful for the MSME, you promoters in the advancement. Some of a humble request to all of you, please keep your videos on, as if it will really help us out. I'm requesting all, please keep your videos on. We will be able to see, and it will be more likely a digital seeing each other. It energizes us, it energizes everybody. I'm waiting for the people to just give their views. If you are okay, please videos आप अगर on कर सकते हैं. Else it looks like we are not knowing the audience. And second is, please keep it on mute mode so that there is no disturbance when we are speaking. And please raise your hand for any query or any type of query. You can use the chat box. So can we see some of the participants with their videos, please? Thank you. Let me introduce myself, friends. My name is Anil Agarwal. I come with almost 36 years of banking experience. I have worked with a leading public sector bank for 18 years, started the banking career at a young age of 21. After 18 years of strong learning coming from a public sector bank, I then moved to a private sector, a leading bank again in the industry. There also, I worked for 18 years. Altogether, it is 36 years and still learning new things coming in the banking. Recently, I have started a training academy by the name of Brenta with the objective that whatever we have learned, it can easily be in a very short span of or crisp courses. It can be downloaded for the students who are interested in banking. It can be downloaded to the working professionals, and it can be definitely downloaded to the entrepreneurs. Along with this, I am also working as the president, advances and trade finance of a advisory group who is having a head office at Bombay with a branch office in Delhi. I myself is Delhi based out in their branch office, heading this vertical of advances and trade finance. We are dealing in all loan syndications, stress financing, foreign exchange, equities, all the retail loans. So it's a good team, and I am getting a good opportunity to keep whatever we have learned over the years just to add on because of this new venture. I am thankful to UDYAMITA. They are doing a very nice job. It's a nice initiative that they are bringing the people and the solutions together. Let me just see what is the expectation of a MSME. There will be multiple expectations. Some of the expectations which I could guess from your mindset, from your understanding. All the MSMEs, they want that the financing solutions, they absolutely the main requirement of a MSME is the right type of finance to run the show. And they expect that the financing solution should be as per the business model. Somebody should be understanding what they are end-to-end doing it and what is the requirement for their specific business model. They again expect that the financer should understand the challenge of the collateral. Many times we find that there are some limitations while offering the collaterals to the financiers. They again are having an expectation that the government schemes, especially if we name some of the schemes like CGT MSA, like some subsidiary angles, like some special sector promotional schemes, they should be very conveniently available through the financing channels so that they can use, because for them the schemes have been made. On the other part, if I see, this is going to be very important since I come from a banking background. What banks do expect from the prospective MSME clients, how they actually see the end-to-end of any financial decision, what are the strong pillars of a complete decision making, be it at a small level or be it at a bigger level, be it at a simple level one of committee members or highest committee member. So this is a broad understanding from the banking angle. They generally want to understand the business model, how and what are the strengths of the business model, and how they will be sustainable over a period. Many times we get that there is a one-time opportunity and it requires a solution. So, normal understanding is a gradually growing business having sustainability and the growth and the profits. So they capture all the parts of it, right from what is the stage one, how they actually start the business journey. It can be trading, it can be manufacturing, how it starts from a raw material, how it actually gets the value addition, how it actually gets converted to the final product, where which industries generally this final product is actually used, what are the challenges of the price variations, what are the networks somebody is using to distribute and make the product reach to the final user or consumer. So many angles like all this, because these are the things only a promoter and the business they can elaborate well. Generally, these are not available in the financial numbers. The strength of this, it defines that yes, future will be in what way it can take a shape for the business. Once this business model is understood, then next level of understanding, which again adds strength, it is the management, the people and the motivated team or the promoters who are involved in this running of the business model. What type of experience they carry, what type of futuristic plan they have, and especially when we find there are some promoters who are again just trying to hand over their complete growth to the next level of journey, what is their succession planning, so that the continuity of the business with the same strength of the management and the spirit of the growth, it is taken to the next level. So one, business model is important, management running the business model is important. Then we come to the third key aspect of what is the strength which is reflected in the balance sheet. If you see the sequencing, if business model is strong, growing, management is strong, very rich experience, all these factors will be reflected in the numbers as well. So we will be covering what are the key parts of the balance sheet banks will definitely like to understand. And then finally, aspect number 1, 2, and 3, they generally give us a role, they give us a headway that yes, what type of exposure will be really required for that company or the borrower, and to cover that exposure, what is the type of and what is the amount of the security which will be minimizing the risk or which will be covering the risk. My dear friends, we generally get many cases since it's this new CI advisory where I am now representing this vertical. Many places I come up, Mr. A comes that yes, I am having X amount of security with me. What type of money I can get? My simple suggestion to everybody, all the financiers, they generally work on that their money is getting properly used and the user is timely able to repay that money so that both can grow. So the learning is security based credit understanding or security-based exposures. This is not very convenient for anybody to understand. Rather, it is the other way around. Business, management, balance sheet, and security. So please, again, have a clarity, this might be helpful to you, that if you reach to somebody with all these four strong angles, it will be easy, it will be very positive, or it will be very meaningful discussion with any of the finance. It is never other way around, that we talk of security and other aspects are not that strong. So we have learned about that, yes, what is the bank's expectations. We have learned something about that, yes, what are the key expectations from the MSME borrowers. I'm just giving a key, some technical pieces from the banks. I hope many of you must be aware of it. Just as a refresher, I am again putting the understanding from just for use in a simplified manner. As per the financer, we say that whatever you have to achieve next year, because we all are sitting in the start of the year to make the complete financing arrangement so that the next year sales or next year planning of growing the business, it is getting the right amount in the beginning of the year. So next financial year projected sales, generally they gives us a direction that what is the right amount you need for meeting that projection. Projections are again historically related. If, for an example, if 2 years back somebody was at 5 crores and now it is at 7 or 8 or 9, then reaching to 10 plus. This is the trend which shows that yes, there is a complete synergy between the business growth and the financing requirement. One of type of transactions which actually are tackled or handled in a separate way, they are again seen, it's a one-time opportunity, but normal way, let it be a continuous process of growth. So one piece is we can work upon the next year's sales figure. Many times banks are giving loans which are used for purchase of fixed assets which are in the shape of machinery, plant, some upgradations, some plant construction of some factory premises, or adding some new technologies. So these are specific exposures which are expected, they should be used for the desired purpose. So since term loans are meant to be paid on the EMI basis in a 2 years, 5 years, 7 years timelines. So if they are this money is actually put into these type of long-term uses, which are fixed assets, plant and machinery, upgradations, factory building, other things. So they will be yielding you the long-term benefits also. So you can easily correlate that there was long-term repayment, which is now matching with the long-term money which you are earning out of this investment. Again, many places we find the end use of the funds. My dear friends, it is that yes, the funds have been finalized, it has been given to you for some business purpose. So that is a normal expectation, let the money be used in the business purpose only, which is again taken as a certificate, as some monitoring mechanism which has been done by the financiers. Normally, we know that yes, CCOD, which is cash credit and overdraft limits, they are meant for financing your daily requirement of business working. Primarily, they are funding your stocks, they are funding the money stuck up in the debtor. So please avoid, and it is taken as a very negative feedback, that this money is used in the shape of construction of a building or actually getting some plant and machinery. The right solution for the same, if I say, that will be the term loan. So please avoid using this money to fund the long-term uses. That will create a very big challenge in time to come, which we can easily avoid. Normally, banks again expect, because the money which has been funded, they are helping you in increasing the sales. So the sales, whatever you are actually doing, that sales should be routed through the financing bank. How it means, if you have purchased some item, it is getting sold. The money which is responsible for this new sales or the earlier sales, if this is again put, it is deposited in the same account or the financing bank's account, there is a complete 360 degrees understanding that the money moving out is getting converted into sales, and the sales getting converted into money, it is again hitting the same account. For an example, if suppose somebody is having a 10 crores type of sales, and we can easily see that all the money which has been deposited, technically what we call as the credits, they are also in the range of 10 crores or 10 crore plus. Why I'm just diving into these things? Because whenever you will be having a word with the financer, all this will be speaking very positive, very strongly for you. Again, there are some rating criteria within the bank which actually works on multiple principles of what we have shown. And as per the score, they are working on a scale of 1 to 7. I'm talking of some of the key banks. They can have a different terminology in different banks, but objective is same, that 1 is absolutely good and 7 is not so good. So it is like that. Yes, we also assume, even if our kids are studying somewhere, so higher is the rank, we always feel proud of it. The same the banks also expect. The higher is your rating within the system, higher is the confidence the financer will have on you. You can demand. It is so transparent that whatever goodness you carry, it opens up all the possibilities of supporting you, because you have established yourself as a very good client in the eyes of the banks. And the factors which are captured, they are the same which we have just covered. This rating is not only financial piece, they cover the business, industry, growth, numbers in the books, conduct in the last years or few last years. Many parameters are covered in this, and that's where you get a score which is 1 to 4 is absolutely a good one. 5 to 7, again, we are moving into a different territory. Anybody who is into this, the journey doesn't end. It's only a matter they have to just sit with the financiers, understand the logics and the weaknesses, and then try to move here. It is like that. Yes, we also know if our kids, they are not scoring somewhere, we understand the issues, solve them out, and then they actually move into the right direction. I know that this is industries where we are working. It is multiple financial solutions, unsecured loans, and different way how the money can be given to a business. So there are so many things which are hitting you on a daily basis. You must be getting calls. Sir, you are eligible for X amount of loan. You are eligible for Y amount of facility. So our observations, I hope you will also like to see that any over and under financing both are harmful for the business. Now we have to see very clearly where we are defining or understanding something as over financing or something as under financing. On a very thumb rule, we will come to this topic in a few minutes now. As a thumb rule, everybody sees or expects whatever the money is required or total money required in the business, at least 25% of that money should be coming from the promoters, and rest of the money it has been financed by the outsiders. The moment this understanding breaches, either we are jumping into under financing or we are jumping into the over financing. There are other aspects of judging how it is under or over, but as a broad way, you can always assume that the right amount of money will be available if this rule is properly respected at every level. I'm just taking a pause or some taking that, yes, what are the things we have covered in last 30 minutes? We have just understood this MMBS concept. We all know MBBS, but just made a short form of it like MMBS. We have understood what are the things which are expected as a normal prudence and what is over and under financing in a simple way. Now let me move on to one interesting way of understanding any business. There is a concept like operating cycle. In a very simple way, you all know it in a day in, day out, but in a technical or simple way, this is the period in which the funds come back in the business. If I give you an example, if a business starts its journey from purchase of raw material, if it is a manufacturer, converts the raw material into some value-added product, makes a final product out of it, sells it in the market, and that sales realization again comes back. So if the journey has started from 100 rupees, it has come back as 110 rupees. What is the period which took this 100 to become 110? This defines the operating cycle. It has all the metrics. There is no definition, shorter is good or bigger is bad. Other way around, bigger is good, shorter is bad. Seasonality, industry specific, what are the regional way of doing that business, what are the overseas ways of doing that business. Everything is having its own specific requirements, and financiers really like to understand that how they can fund this cycle. This is the key strength of any financier to understand. As an example, I have just given some of the basic things. If we know that, yes, there's a business where the milk is collected, it is pasteurized, it is stored in the containers, and then in next 2 or 3 days, it is getting distributed, and then this money actually flows back. So we can easily assume hardly it will be 10 to 15 days, this money moves out and this money moves in. We can also in our routine life, we can see there's a seed shops where whatever generally we purchase, we pay cash upfront. And then if I see from the shop owner, he can easily have some credit which is available to him. If he is buying any, suppose sugar he is buying, and he can take it on cash, even then if he is taking it on credit. But the sweets, they are getting sold upfront. So there is a cycle which is almost very close to 1 or 2 days, or to many extent, it is also having a negative operating cycle, which seems that he is getting the money in hand, and he is again ready, he is getting the support of the credit from the market. So any time this money is not getting blocked. We have some different industries. Again, if we try to see, there's a small cycle which is also justifiable. There's a negative cycle justifiable. There's the industry, for an example, if we talk of carpet industry, we know how it takes time. It starts from the thread which is woven. It is again taking many days when a carpet gets completed. Then again it has to be displayed, sold. If it is overseas, it has to complete a completely reach to the final country or the buyer, and the payment can come. So on a broad terms, this is a business where even 180 and above, this can be the cycle of this industry specific. My dear friends, we have some examples, but the idea is to put and request that you can easily understand the cycle of your business, and with whatever clarity, if you are able to show this cycle to the financer, it will bridge a very big gap. The market generally works on a thumb rule of 20% of the turnover. What, as a normal concept, this says to everybody that business can take 5 times of the multipliers, or normally a business cycle, one individual cycle is approximately 2 months or around to 2.5 months. That is a thumb rule which we are seeing in the industry. It is very well respected. But if your industry is having some other way of putting this cycle in front of the financer, they will be happy to fund. Because please understand, our aim is not to make any industry under finance or not to make any industry over finance. Again, I'm giving a very important concept where we have earlier understood that in whatever the money a business requires to run, almost 25% should be the promoter's own money, where we are now saying that this small examples can give a basic idea. Technically, we call it promoter's money is your tangible net worth, and anything which is other than this money is called technically as total outside liability. If I see, and there are some examples, if I say that if it's 100 rupees is required to run a business, 25 coming from the promoters, 75 coming from the financer, this is really ideally good. If I again see the extreme, 100 rupees is required to run the business, 5 rupees is coming from the promoter, 95 is coming from the outside. as a normal prudence, we will be able to understand, which is good, which is saying the money of the promoters' involvement will be giving a confidence that in this type of scenarios, the involvement is not that much, rather it is weak. In this type of scenario, it is very strong. Why I am just diving into this thing so that in this very fast moving scenarios where a promoter or MSME promoter is putting every effort to grow the business, every effort to increase the margins, increase the profitability. If this all this concept in a basic manner, in a simple manner, can be again allowed to give us strength, the financing part of your journey of reaching to the next level will be very well addressed. And this is the objective of today's discussion, that how this advancement, how this new level of achievement can come. We know some of the project financing cases, how a financer views a project. If there's a new activity, suppose XYZ company, they are into garment manufacturing or any, you can say like garment manufacturing company. And now they are actually venturing out that they will be coming into a steel or cement production. In these correlations, this is the way banks see it, that activity without the relevant experience, they are defining it like a greenfield. They do have financing solutions, but yes, they come with their own special guidelines. In the similar way, if the same garment business, one was doing a trading of the garments, fabrics, and then now they have come into manufacturing of the garments and sending and selling the ready-made garments or exporting the garments. These are the activities where we define, or bankers or financiers define it like a brownfield. So this shows that there's a next level of segmentation added to the business. It shows that completely it is, which is a new area somebody is trying to venture on. Solutions are available for both this one and this one. But yes, the guidelines and the observations and the expectations, they will be different. But whatever the guidelines, please understand that there is a profitability which these promoters are getting, and whatever the margins they are putting into this venture number one or venture number two, it will be a very big factor to be considered for taking the decision. So this was very theoretical way or academic way. We were just understanding the industries, we were understanding the expectations, we were understanding the key aspects from the bankers, we were understanding what are the good or what are not so good things. Now, what are the new and innovative ways which are available to this new challenges which are coming up? New solutions are also coming up in the market. Let's understand some of these solutions which are available in the market. We have some solutions for financiers, and they are organized solutions. My dear friends, whatever solutions we will be talking, they all are coming from official organized financing solutions. They are not talking about the private financing or the individual people financiers. There are some good financial institutions who are having unsecured lines available for a growing auto part businesses, for manufacturing, or production of agrochemicals, government manufacturers. The lines are available up to 5 crores, 10 crores, 15 crores, depending on the requirement. Their key requirement is to see that yes, the growth is visible and this new money will be supplementing the growth. They can have some charges to be exchanged and they are open for working in two banks. For an example, if ABC company is working with a bank and they are expecting these lines, so they can work along with that A bank and multiple banking is absolutely allowed. It is having its beauty. The existing bank, if they are not able to meet the requirement, they will retain the client, they will be able to handle the client. New bank will be again having a new client and their money will be helping them in growing the sales. Now the both the banks, they are pushing the sales and the growth of that corporate. There are again special financial solutions, institutional solutions. If you have to buy a raw material, many suppliers they require some guarantee where you can have those guarantees with a specific purpose that these guarantees will be used to procure the raw material. Any strength of the success of the business, it lies you get the right material at the right price and there's a continuous supply of this raw material into the system. So these non-fund based or bank guarantee lines will help you out. Right now we are finding there are good people coming into spreading their business by increasing the dealers network. There's a challenge that the new dealers, how they will be strong and how they will be very timely payment masters. So some of the elements which are in covering into risk. So there are some again solutions through the insurance where there is a credit insurance which is available on the dealers. So they come up with a complete program. If I, for an example, say ABC company is manufacturing suppose e-bicycles and they are actually trying to increase their penetration and creating a dealers network. So they understand the business of this person who is making the e-bicycles. They understand how scalability is actually working around this. And then they create a complete program. Program is overall how much they are expecting to be sold through the dealers. They will make an assessment. They will make similarly, just like you take a on any dealer, how much you have to sell to a dealer. They also validate the same type of proposed material to be supplied, the money which they have to give it back, the type of limits they can each individual dealer should have. So there are big calculations, but yes, you can do a neat business by depending that the dealers network or the sales through the dealers network for key players. It is also getting insurance and you can work daily. We do have funding. There are many people who are importing the raw material or any stuff. Some of the institutions are available where, on an example, even up to a level of zero interest and unsecured, they are funding the import leg. These are the scenarios where your existing bank is not able or your limits are not available to get this raw material from overseas. So, in addition to those lines, these new solutions will help you out up to 50% of the invoice value at zero interest. Some good institutions are there to finance up to that. There are some conditions for this, which case to case can be understood. Again, there are institutions who up to 70-80% of the import can be funded. They come with some rate of interest which is more than the normal banking lines, because these are the unsecured import funding lines. But please understand, these solutions will help you out in running the business. Is again getting many opportunities where you can easily use it. There are again institutions who are very strong in stress asset funding. There's the client who was under stress and almost to an extent that they have been tagged as NPA recently or some months or some years back, and still they are doing and they are trying to bounce back. So based on what actually they are doing right now. So please understand that normal banking lines for those people who were into stress, who were stamped as NPA, they are not available. But if they are still running the show, activities level is good, margins are coming into the books, and the security levels are strong, then on a case-to-case basis, these financing banks are ready to take that exposure. So unsecured lines are available, bank guarantees are available, insurance for increasing the dealer's payment, they are available, import funding lines are available, some stress funding things are available. Sales bill discounting in a very simple way. You manufacture something, and suppose for an example, you are a auto part manufacturer, you make the material, supply to suppose Maruti or any big company, and they accept that yes, they have received the goods. Now on some D day or decided day, they will release the payment. So it is so automized that post their acceptance or confirmation of the payment, these bills through the online portals can easily be discounted. Government is very keen to support MSME through these initiatives, even up to they have defined the payment timelines of 45 days. So these automated solutions will be helping you out in bridging the complete funding cycle. Normally, we have multiple banking and consortium. There's some confusion. A simple way to understand multiple banking, Mr. A or ABC company working with a suppose State Bank is having some lines and having some collateral which they have given to State Bank for those limits. Now the same ABC company can reach to bank number B, and the bank number B can also take some exposure, but key part they will be again taking a fresh collaterals from this ABC company, and then they take a parallel exposure. So end result is ABC company with some two separate collaterals. They are having exposure from bank A and bank B, and both to put together they are supporting the company. Consortium in the same example, if there's single collateral or whatever collateral this company has given to State Bank of India, bank number B or bank number second bank, they will be sharing this security or the collateral with bank number one. And then based on the sharing percentages, they can take any exposure. So you have scalability. If they are very large, the same collateral or the security can give you next money. If you have some separate support to be given by way of collateral, you have two banks to support. So some small gap, but yes, objective is same. Two financiers will pool together and then support and meet your financing requirement. So I've just touched some of the new happenings in the bank, new happenings in the industry. Regularly, there are so many new solutions which are coming up, which anybody through UDYAMITA can reach us, and we'll be really happy because these solutions are meant for you. The people who are having these solutions, they keep meeting us. So any of these new solutions which meets your requirement, yes, you will be benefited. The solution provided will be benefited, and thankfully, the UDYAMITA platform will be again fruitful for the purpose for which it has been made. So these were some of the insights where we have talked about the financing part, some innovative solutions part, the expectations part, the banking and the understanding part. Taking a pause for a minute. Now it is the second success, which is very important, or second important aspect, where we will be talking about what is the non-finance or non-numbers part, which will be very helpful and useful to you. And anything which comes up to you, we'll be requesting that please keep putting it on the chat box, please. Yes, my dear friends, let's again touch. There's a concept, and this is very useful, which is called a relationship management. We know all the corporates, your success is a key decider of that what is your relationship with the vendor and what is your relationship with the dealer. You work as a complete chain or business society, one member in the business society, where one part is the people working for you or with you for the vendors, one part the people who are actually just working with you as a dealer or the supplier, selling arms of yours. The more this relationship or this chain is strong, you know the benefits, the more is your strength. It can never be in isolation. If this channel or this channel is not strong, the business will definitely having some weaknesses which may be of trouble. But yes, investing in these relationships will definitely put you in a very strong footing. We come across many challenges because on a real daily life, we have almost 2 or 3 corporate meetings where we find that the relationship of the corporate with their own internal team members, it plays a very big role. Relationship with the staff, with the promoters, with the key decision makers, it carries a very strong sense. You can feel the sense when you enter into a corporate, the type of smell or the type of feel, the type of fragrance this relationship actually delivers. It is not something which is physical, but yes, you are always able to sense. It is like if you are taking your kid or you are moving into a good institute, we call IIM as the best training institutes. If you visit their campuses and if you visit some of the normal MBA colleges campuses, you will definitely find a sea change. So it all is a factor that yes, which governs the synergy between these team members. The relationship with the government and the statutory body, we are again playing within the overall framework of the guidelines and the compliances. The strong this relationship, the more they will be again having all the positives for you. We find many cases are coming up there where the petty issues, they are actually just not getting a proper support. Maybe I'm not saying what is the XYZ reason, but yes, if the petty issues can be just solved because the relationships are strong, they will always put you or they will always make you free from for developing the new business. So investing in these people, investing in your own people, investing in your own compliances people, it will give you a very big relief and very big confidence. Both are in your hand. The relationship with the client, we will again just talk about this later. It is a key factor which is now getting defined. Some corporates are so big that the corporates, they are able to define which type of clients they will like to deal with. Since we are MSME, it is like anybody who is so big, they can say yes, A client or B client is good for me or not. Since we are MSMEs, we know that the market challenges are so fast that the clients keep defining us, which is a good MSME or which is a good company, which is not. So it is very rapidly changing. So this relationship again with the clients will be very strong or very important factor for your sustainable growth, which we have talked. I come from a financing or the banking background or experience. As a strong partner of business growth, I will be just taking some of the key things which are very important where this relationship can be strengthened further. So let's understand some of the key aspects, how the financiers and the corporate relationships, they can be given a very strong positive outlook. Here are, my dear friends, some of the very simple suggestive ways. In my role, I was again heading a big team. I was heading a big geography territory. And these were some of the learnings which I am just putting you. They are not theoretical, just coming from the experience what we would like to share. A very simple science we do as a parents, we do attend PTM, parents training meet parents and training teachers meeting. The meetings regularly with your financer or with your banks or the team, it will every time will be very helpful to understand that yes, what you are doing good, what is not so good. They are the first level people who will be advising you and giving you a right way of what is the correction required, and if it is absolutely right, they will be all ready and feel happy that yes, you and the financiers, they have taken a good bonding. A few insights about what technically this is. It is like a report card, what generally we see when we see the report cards of our kids or the academic people. There is an internal report card, which is being published every month. If I talk of my experience in the private sector of bank, this is a monthly report card which which is coming, highlighting all some 8 to 10 clear parameters, what is going internally with respect to ABC borrower or ABC company. Technically, we call it EWS. It is early warning system. It ranges from 1 to 9. 1 is the best one. 9 or 7 or 8, these are the worst one. The factors which are affecting, in a simple way, I am just trying to elaborate further, but in a simple way that it captures everything like check bouncing, like overdrawing, like stock statement not submitted in time, some of the compliances which are pending, many aspects which are very minor, maybe minor or minute in your observations, but their impact on your score is very good, very high. And please understand the importance. If it is good, just like in a game, if I say a scorer or scholar in a school will be eligible for an internship or it will be eligible for a scholarship. The same way, the best of your score will define all possible solutions, all the powers. They will be easily be used to support your growth. The weak you are, if it is in the range of 7 to 9 or even more than 4 or 5, any financer will like to see that yes, either you are choosing a next financer or immediately you take some actions to move into the territory of 1 to 4. So this can be improved or it can be taken care of by, please see, there are many terms in your sanction letters. Read in and out. I have seen many places, but I was shocked to see many MSMEs, companies and corporates. When we talk about, please, can we see your sanction letters? Many places they have not even received the sanction letters from their financiers. My dear friends, this is a very simple way of taking the right sanction letter in your hand, reading it in a very detailed manner, something which is not understood. The financier will be very glad to make you understand. If there are some actionables at your end, you can note it down. Put a system around that, that those observations are getting due respect. Point is simple, somebody will be monitoring you from what are the sanction terms. If you are good, you are good for everybody. But today the scenario is so integrated that if you are not good in these compliances of financer A, we will come into this, that automatically this travels through the industry. Many places you find the same financer, you and the financer will be able to see you, is it good or not. But the auto reporting and auto capturing of all these aspects, it is so strong, it will give you a positive or negative impact in at a macro level, which we will discuss later on. So please see that these pieces are attended to. There are many times we are finding there are some challenges which a promoter is able to foresee beforehand, be it some cancellation of order, be it some delay of the payment, be it some other emergency which is unforeseen, anything which is visible to you. It always makes sense that you can discuss the same with the financer, because financer will having a sufficient time to take up the same matter with their senior authorities to come back with a solution. So please make it proactive rather than reactive. What we have seen in many cases, MSMEs keep exploring their other channels for the solution. And by the time it is too late, the financiers do come to know. But yes, if it is too late, the help which could have been made available to you, it might not be possible. So similarly, proactively keep informing them. If you are getting a new order, it is a positive sign. Meet them, show them that these are the things. If it is a negative development, please just inform them. The more you are actually open to the financiers, the more you are open to the partners, financing partners, the more you are having a chances that yes, the understanding will be strong and the solution will also be strong. And as we generally define, again, if I represent the banking part, the financiers, they are your financial partners. They are your friends. They are again expecting that you should grow because the money which has been invested, the money which has been put into your system, everybody is expecting that the money has to grow. So please take them as your financial friends, financial partners. So this was the financial world which we have discussed, which we have tried to elaborate in many aspects of the same. So now there are two stories. One, there's once or twice a year, there's a sanction or the amount which is available to you, there's a sanction letter. The money is actually available to the company. But we have seen two examples where if somebody is having support, for an example, 5 crores of financing, he is not able to actually multiply that 5 crores into profit because of some how to manage that fund, how to control an effective way of running the business. And Mr. B, who got this 5 crores, he was so smart that he multiplied the business and he actually just multiplied the profit. The difference was very simple. Mr. A was again having a good money which is at his disposal but could not have a proper controls mechanism. Mr. B was smart and very effective in using that money. Money is same for both. Who has converted the business, who has actually converted the money into profits, that is the only difference. So today we are again just taking some time in understanding the fast moving digital solutions which are helpful, which are very fast, which are very effective, provided you see them as see the importance and invest on their importance. One piece of digital tools, this is for the company's internal management. We know some of the companies where promoters are totally end-to-end, day in, day out, they're involved in so many of the aspects which may not be important for them. So if those important aspects, be it any small decision making, be it a very big decision making, if they are completely systemized, they become a part of some internal management processes, and then it is also digitized. If it is also digitized, suppose we talk of a small attendance mechanism, we have corporates who are having the manual way of seeing who is coming, who is not coming. We have such a strong HR tools. If through UDYAMITA, if you have any requirement, anything, if you want to have those solutions, we will always be helpful to you. So some people are managing the complete staff through automated digital tools. End result, the digital staff is too active, too alert because they know if it is to be monitored without any bias. So they are the master to ensure that they will be in time, they will be again adhering to the HR policies. They know what are the benefits they deserve. They know their rights. They know what are the penalties if they are not right. Many things are totally upfront decided. You move away from their internal management. In a similar way, their strong MIS stands for Management Information Systems. We again are having a beautiful solutions around this through UDYAMITA. One is you keep seeing all part of your businesses by diving into multiple ledgers, processes. Second, there can be very strong, effective the information system which flows to you in a digital media, digital platform, and you can see the crisp. For example, there are tool manufacturers. Suppose if they actually input, suppose 1 metric ton of iron into the system, convert them into piston. So there are so many processes involved. But the outcome is that without wastage, if that 1 ton of raw material has been again in the quantitative form, they have been converted completely into the pistons or anything. So what is the slippage? What is the gaps? There are so many things which can be automated so that you can always see that yes, if there's a crack somewhere, you plug that crack. The same way, if you find your usefulness of this digital tool, some MSMEs, they take it like it's an expense. They are running the show with their intelligence. They are running the show with their complete involvement. They come to the factory or the business place in the morning early. They leave late at night, and throughout the day, they keep involved themselves. Or some of the smart, I have seen both type of corporates. They actually control everything digitally. If there's a physical visit which is required, maximum 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, whatever it is. So I'm not saying what is good or what is bad. I'm only saying what is actually making you available for the business growth. Unless you grow, the things will actually get stagnant. So you have to find a smart way of making you free. So that is the power of digital tools. And investing on them is like investing on plant and machinery. We take too many precautions when we have to choose a plant and machine. The same way is this automation is also taken like that. It is a long-term investment. See the bigger picture of it. See if 10 crores turnover has to become 100 crores. How this system will enable you that every piece is controlled, every compliance is met, every productivity is measured, every wastage is minimized. Every piece of money coming into the system is effectively that money is used. The laws are timely attended to. Many things can be automated. That is the power why we find, if we talk of Nestle, we talk of Tata, we talk of Reliance, so many big corporates, you see their mechanism. We many times get an answer from those big corporates, system allow ही नहीं करता. Now look at that statement. Systems are so strong that they define what is to be done, what is not to be done. Why can't and the MSME bring that system not into that big phase, but in a miniature form? They can easily be changing the shape of the business. Coming to the again, I represent the experience from the banking and again taking the same digital power to the banking transactions. This, if I understand the banking from the MSME perspective, I can easily say that yes, they can be divided into either they are collecting the money or they are paying the money or they are retaining the keeping the money within the banking system. There were days when again I have seen many corporates almost like 100 checklists, 200 checklists. Promoters are signing daily, sending their person. Somebody is taking that check, depositing, and whatever the process is. I have seen the corporates, their checks demonstrate how effective they are. As a vendor, if somebody receives a total automated check along with the invoice digitally signed, you can easily see what is the image that vendor is making for the corporate. If you find there's a handwritten check, or if there's a find you, there's a digitally written check. So these automated solutions, which are called, or which will be helping you in managing the payment automation, it's very simple that in one small simple Excel, you can actually put 8, 10 or 50 or more than 50 transactions of all natures. They can be a transaction where in the same bank you are transferring, suppose 1 lakh rupees from your account to some other, so for some other person's account, which is called internal transfer. Just put the same fact into that file. Receiver is A, this is the account number, and this is the amount and a date, whatever you want. The same file you can again in next 10 rows you can put up what are the RTGS payments you have to make, what are the NEFT payment you have to make. If there are some demand draft you have to prepare, again you can mention. Please see, now there's one Excel. In the morning somebody has prepared. He will be the maker of that file. You as the promoter, or if there are directors, 2 directors, they can easily verify that file electronically. And immediately that transaction will flow into the bank. Automated way bank will do that transaction. And beautifully a reverse feed will come. What is a reverse feed? If the transaction has been done, RTGS has been made, many times our beneficiary keep asking us, please tell me the code or the transaction code for the RTGS. But see the beauty, it will come back with a reverse feed. It will do transactions number 1. It will again say the transaction is complete. It will also say that these are the transaction references which are coming back to you, and you can easily use all the details to pace up the mechanism of answering your people or the beneficiary. No need of writing a check, no need of using a person traveling to the banks. It is right at your desktop. If you are working on a laptop, it is right in your mobile if you are working through the mobile. That is the beauty of it. You are traveling, you are in the air, you are actually on an airport. Just take out 5 minutes, 7 minutes. Right now, the Wi-Fi speed and other things are so fast. So there is no hurry. Everything will be so smoothly handled, including this. If you are not on your seat, if you are not within the business premises. The same is with, I'm not deep diving. If you are familiar with the internet banking, you can make all the tax payments. You can make all the deposits. You can even stop a check. You can have the checkbook issuance. You can easily time the transaction. What do I mean by that? If suppose after 2 days you want Mr. X should get 1 lakh from your account, you can time that transaction. Go to the menus, the available field, put the date, put the amount, put the beneficiary, and this transaction automatically will be executed after 2 days. Now you see, here it is within your fingers. It is just like one tap. You have to just tap, see something and pass it out. You again just control the complete money which is in their books. If you want that the checks has to be printed, we do have the check, for every bank is having that the check can be printed at the client's office. It comes with a simple specification. The upper part will be check and bottom part will be the bill or the invoice which is attached to the check. So that receiver can easily see the money is available in the check and the detail of the money is also. So in simple way, we can say internet and mobile banking, they have most of the non-cash transaction solutions as of now. Only for cash. Even in cash, there are now cash depositing machines. So please be prepared. There will be a next level of banking very fast coming and you will be able to see it. So all the non-cash transactions, these digital solutions have been made for you. You can easily use it. Even for the collection, we know there's a NASH mechanism, which is National Automatic Clearing Hub, where if you have to collect money from suppose multiple clients, just like clients can write a check, they can write a NASH mandate, and these mandates allow, suppose on every second you have to collect 1,000 rupees, 2,000 rupees from so many people. So this mandate will automatically allow you that this money is collected and this money actually comes back in your account. There are again solutions. If I say you have received 1 lakh rupees at 10 a.m. from anybody, and after 1 minute again you receive 1 lakh in your account. How to make a difference? First 1 lakh was given by whom? Second 1 lakh has been given by whom? There are again solutions which says this inward flow into your account can be automized, which will be coming with a complete pay and the purpose identification. No need to change account number. No need to change your IFSC code. See the beauty of it. Payment totally in your control. Receipts totally in your control. Now the new thing, which is again QR code mechanism, many corporates are adopting it so that you are not losing any opportunity to receive the payment. Some of the people who are into Forex, they can again do most of their rate bookings through online. They can easily, if they have received $10,000, they can give the disposal instructions. They can do the forward booking. They can do the outward remittance. Again, everything is through mobile or your digital solution. If you are into salary, you can upload even 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 salary account in a click, and they will be getting the salary credited. See the happiness. Everybody is so happy. Timely salary has come. No need to depend on the banks. If there's somebody who is not available on that day in the bank, you have the power to do it from your desktop. And a simple advantage, it will it will have a very big impact on your brand value. The fund management will be too effective. So my dear friends, it's the time that you adopt, invest properly in all these digital solutions and see the future, see the broader picture of it, see the uses of it. So we started with what are the various MSMEs, banks, some of the key aspects of your conduct, how the effective solutions of handling the transactions, they can help. Some of the financing solutions which will be helpful to you, which are now very innovative, available in the market. So it will be again a small hint to what are the managerial skills. We know you are all self made strong people in the economy, self-made promoters. Some of you again have taken the same learning from your ancestors, your seniors, your parents. But today is the time that yes, the running of the business requires managerial skills. Again, through UDYAMITA, we all are available to give you a sharpening edge over these skills. So one, communication, we all know. You can say a polite way and with the clarity. So your communication, the type of words you have to select, when you actually are presenting, how you have to see the other person's point of view. Many places we find the moment you start or anybody starts speaking to each other, that discussion gets converted to arguments and arguments get converted to heated discussions. And to an extent, many places, the relationships, they are getting ahead. So just to minimize these aspects because they can have long-term effect. How to see the other point of view, how to put your words, how to understand your point of view, how to have a meaningful, viable discussion, how to actually see that yes, are we keeping a benefit for everybody who are involved in the business. So some of these are the, we can call it like a personality trait, we can call it like a business mechanism. I have not run a business, but yes, these all are coming from meeting almost two or one promoters a day. So last 36 years, there are so many people we have interacted. And some of the inputs we just are coming from that experience. Some of the MSMEs, they are having a challenge. Either they have to increase the market or they have to increase the bottom line. They are again separate policies. Both are important, but yes, what is to be given push, what is to be monitored so that you are doing a profitable business. I have seen some of the corporates, they are having debtors or the market credits up to 200 days, more than 200 days. Boss, are you financing your dealers? So you are actually just making that you are earning or you are becoming a support to others, or whatever you are earning, a major part of it is going as an interest payment to the banks. So in what way you have to increase the market share, what way you have to keep a line on your bottom lines, it is very important. We can easily work around as an advisory through UDYAMITA that yes, how this effective balance can be bridged. There are many corporates, again, the complete day can easily be spent. It is 10 hours a day, if it is 12 hours a day. But are they meaningful core activities where you have put in your effort? Or there are many known core activities. In our routine also, we do keep a driver so that our bandwidth increases. We do keep our domestic helps so that our effectiveness increases. So where are your investment? Are they into non-core activities or core? It leads to your time management. It leads to that, yes, what is your investment in increasing the loyalty factor? Many corporates say that, yes, if we are not in the office or we are not in the factory or the place of business, people are not working with the same loyalty what we actually have for our business. So friends, there's no rocket science to loyalty. It's again, the more you are actually investing in bringing the loyalty through mechanisms, through discussions, through motivations, the more they will be working for you. There was an era, if I say of myself, working in industry for 36 years, I can be a proud person saying this. But today, when I see the same or talk of the same with in my training venture of Brenta.in, when we address the students or the professionals, The more you are stuck up to something, the more they find that yes, you are not exploring your true potential. People keep jumping organization A, B, C, D because they are trying to find the right place where their talent can be rewarded, their talent can be appreciated. In this challenging scenario, how to bring a loyalty factor? My dear friends, let's again have some understanding to a new concept which is at a senior management, even in the banks, it is now getting applied. This new factor is known as net promoter score. I'll just see, I have just given a little meaning to this. Yes. Net promoter score is, in a simple way, you can Google it around. It speaks how much loyal your customer is towards your brand, towards your services, towards your company. And this is a promoter score. It defines that yes, is this promoter able to generate a good loyalty from the product, good loyalty from the services. So how many of your customers are increasing your score? That's why it is net. You will find if you have 100 clients and out of 100, 20 are long-term clients, 80 are just coming and leaving you. It net promoter score will be negative. If you are saying out of 100, 80 are with you, and those 80s are again adding next 40 for you, your net promoter score will be positive. This is how the industry is getting measured at a very senior level. So we have covered, taken a good journey. Really thanks for, I am finding that yes, many people are giving a patient hearing to this. So just give us few more minutes and some interesting topics which will be coming for you. Yeah, Richard, do you want to say something?
No, sir.
Right.
Is this last slide?
So there are some two more slides, please.
Okay.
So we are again just talking about some of the optimization where business can be optimized, and in a simple layman's language we can understand. Optimize is if you are having maximum output from your minimum inputs. That is the best resource optimization. It applies to your business, your production, your financials. How to increase? Because every time you will find the same resources, if they are generating next level of business, it will add to your bottom lines. We all are familiar about a word called civil. There is a new concept which is called as a corporate civil. In technical terms, it is called CMR, Civil MSME rank. What does that mean? It means that the corporate, just like I shared earlier with you, that the corporate, if it is good or if he is not good, it actually reflects your macro level image within the financing world. So corporate civil scores as a corporate, what is your financial strength? One is very good and 10 is bad. How to see it? I'll just see if I can just show you the website where which can be used, how to see it. You can do it yourself and it will be helpful to you. is my, I hope this is the site which you can note it down. It is called, its official site. It is civil.com/civil rank. You can go to this site and you will find there are some one-time reports you can generate, pay the fees, but you will be able to see all in and outs. Of late, I am just having some cases where we are finding client is good, they are self-made, growing for last 25 years, and now we are helping them almost. The deal is absolutely done, helping them in getting the next level of finance with a fresh financer in a better way. But the moment the new financer have seen their CMR, which is corporate civil, the score was really not that good. Almost it was in the range of 9 to 10, which is bad. A deep dive into that approach, it was visible, it was understood. Some of the historical financial data, it has not been very well captured. It is still showing there's an outstanding, there's something which is due, but they have all the proof that it is not due. So now they are being helped to get this score right. So that's a suggestion. If you see this score yourself, you'll find whatever is not relevant, which is pulling your score down, you have to work on it. And there are ways to correct it. The suggestive ways are mentioned in the site. You have to just send a mail with some proofs. They will attend to it and have some follow-up. So once the score is in the range of 1 to 4, all financing channels will be open for you. I was just talking about this NPS score earlier. It is customer loyalty towards brand, product, and services. How to increase, you are the well master of it. If you want this professional support through UDYAMITA, we all are available. So, Richa, I have just completed it. I hope the timing and the speed, it was almost, we are able to give in a very simple way, not rushing it too fast.
Yes, sir. I'm requesting to all the participants, if you have any questions, so please raise your hands. सर कुछ क्वेश्चंस वेबिनार चैट में आए हुए हैं. Just a minute.
So I'm just putting the screen and seeing this chat box. Richa, I hope this chat box is visible to everybody.
Yes, sir. Guru Prasad ji, आप अपना क्वेश्चन पूछ सकते हैं सर से.
Yeah, Anil ji, it's really thanks for imparting such a beautiful training and showing off this PPT. But few things I just want to add in this. Now the RBI has introduced e-rupee, so that also UPI systems are there. Then your net banking is there. Net banking, in the sense, it has been a special facility which has been leveraged from a bank to a customer, where he can able to upload his salaries, make the deferred payments, as you said earlier. Deferred payment instance, if you want to make a payment on the real-time basis on a particular day. So that makes the sense. So one thing I would like to say, see, I would like to ask you, if suppose somebody is managing the entire business, but the thing is that sometimes the trust doesn't build up. It build up over a period of time only.
Right.
So how can that be managed? Because we cannot know how the trust can be built up, or how we can have to have a trust on a particular staff or something like that. Over to you.
Right. Thanks a lot. I think very nicely said, because this is a financial world. So how much to trust? That trust has to really be 100% or 40%, 50%. So if I see the trust through the digital means, it comes with a maker and checker concept. And then there are financial delegations in the makers and checker concept as well. You can start with a small level of, if you want to delegate, somebody can do the only the tax and the statutory payments. Some second level can be, if I say you can delegate that up to 50,000 ABC, they will be allowed to do. So you can easily create that pyramid or matrix around how much you actually just see the strength of the trust, and gradually that you can take it to the next level once you are absolutely established. And third, any of this mechanism, it will come with a maker and checker. Even if there's a slight doubt where you find it has to be rechecked, you have all the rights not to approve.
And the second thing is the trust. I asked second question because
Yes,
this
trust
thing
is
has to be
again,
delegated.
if we have to again see,
Yeah.
yeah, you have to try and test. It has to be delegated somewhere. Try with a small step. If that works well, then you can take the next level. Because your strength, rightly said, is the trustworthy team members which you actually take them along. On the other side, it is mutual. They have to have a fair trust on you that you are the right promoter for them or you are the right company. The same way you have to trust upon them that you are taking care of their aspiration. Many times we have seen in our banking stream, we have done a very big business head roles. That their expectations, we have to really understand from their lines, from their perspective. Are they into some learning, or there can be motivation, there can be appreciations, there can be monetary benefits, there can be some well wishes for their family members, acknowledgement, many things which actually bring you together. I'm just putting a very simple example. If you have seen a construction worker carrying bricks on their head, you can easily just put one brick on any of the worker at a distance. But when this worker has to be given 4 bricks or 8 bricks, the one who is giving or putting those bricks in their heads, he has to really come very close to the person who has to receive those bricks.
Yeah.
I hope I'm making some real life piece, which is we can always see that it has to be built up. It is never comes out of its own.
So if I sum it up, I can say that you have to give some time where you can able to build a trust, and you have to give the chance also to the people.
Excellent. You have to see that if he tries and doesn't even success, but the trust is so strong that you believe he tried well, rather than he get identified that you made it wrong.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.
धनंजय जी, आप अपना क्वेश्चन पूछ सकते हैं सर से.
हेलो.
या धनंजय जी.
जी सर, नमस्कार.
नमस्कार.
सर हम लोग रोड कंस्ट्रक्शन इंडस्ट्री में एज ए कॉन्ट्रैक्टर कार्य कर रहे हैं, तो मैं जानना चाहता हूं क्या ये बिल डिस्काउंटिंग सिस्टम्स जो वर्क करता है क्या कॉन्ट्रैक्टर्स के लिए करता है क्या?
दो चीजें हैं धनंजय जी.
सर.
हाँ प्लीज, आई गॉट इट सर. दो चीजें हैं सर. देयर आर अगेन डिफरेंट सॉल्यूशंस फॉर द बिल डिस्काउंटिंग. कई जगहों में जो बिल गवर्नमेंट की फेवर में रेज किया जा रहा है, उनको वो डिस्काउंट करने में इतने कॉन्फिडेंट नहीं है, और उसकी जगह किसी प्राइवेट कंपनी या कोई बड़े कॉर्पोरेट के फेवर में है, तो दे आर वेरी कॉन्फिडेंट इन डिस्काउंटिंग दोज बिल्स. तो बिल किसके द्वारा रेज किया जा रहा है, वो कॉन्ट्रैक्टर है. इससे ज्यादा, क्योंकि बिल डिस्काउंटिंग में जिसने पैसा देना है, सारी की सारी कॉल या सारा उसका एंगल उससे ही लिंक्ड है. So if it
जी.
is the bill has been raised to suppose, मैं आपको ऐसे ही 2 एग्जांपल, एक बिल आपने कंस्ट्रक्शन करके सपोज किसी बड़े कॉर्पोरेट के लिए जिसके फेवर में आपने काम किया
जी.
उसके फेवर में है, दूसरा आपने किसी गवर्नमेंट के डिपार्टमेंट के फेवर में काम किया और वहां पे रिलीज किया, उनके फेवर में रिलीज किया। दोनों को एक अलग इम्पोर्टेंस या तरीके से देखा जाता है।
जी.
नॉन गवर्नमेंट के बिल्स डिस्काउंटिंग काफी प्रोमिनेंट है बैंक मार्केट में।
हम्म.
तो केस टू केसेस बेसिस पे आपको एक डेटर की लिस्ट या आप उन किन किन के बिल आप डिस्काउंट करना चाहेंगे, एक वो लिस्ट हम आगे बना के उनको देते हैं।
जी.
उसमें से अगर आपको लगता है कि 10 में से 5 उनकी लिस्ट के साथ में ओके हैं, उनकी क्रेडिट अच्छी है, मार्केट में ओपिनियन अच्छी है, तो वो डिस्काउंटिंग का आगे काम बन जाता है।
सर, ओके, थैंक यू सर.
थैंक यू, थैंक यू। Any more questions, Richa, please?
No, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us, UDYAMITA Helpline. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Richa, and really excellent experience. I'm not sure how the participant would have found it, but yes, I've tried my best to
Thank you.
actually give my experience. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.